There was also quite a bit of bitterness coming from Team USA's coach Cheryl Reeves when she was asked pretty much any questions about Caitlin Clark. And she was asked if there was any second guessing from her on Caitlin Clark not making the team, and she very just spitefully says no. Doesn't elaborate on it, just says no.
For me?
Yeah.
No.
And it's funny to me how even she coached this game, because if you didn't think Caitlin Clark was the caliber of player that she is, then why would you feel the need to face guard her, to trap her, to...
What happens when a championship coach turns into a walking flamethrower, clipboard in hand, and fury in her voice? Absolute chaos. Cheryl Reeve didn't just voice her frustration, she detonated them. In a scathing, unapologetically savage tirade, Reeve went off on fellow coaches, the Indiana Fever roster, and the entire All-Star voting process. And make no mistake, she didn't come to play nice. She came to settle scores. This wasn't your typical post-game commentary. It was a masterclass in controlled rage. Fueled by years of simmering politics and perceived disrespect, Reeve brought the heat, the receipts, and the sarcasm sharp enough to slice through steel. Her side-eye alone could have cleared a press room. If you thought WNBA drama stayed behind closed doors, think again. This was personal. This was raw. This was a Hall of Fame coach lighting up the league with the kind of verbal flamethrower that leaves no reputation untouched. And just like that, the All-Star game became less about star power and more about power struggles. Buckle up. The WNBA just got real.
I just finished watching the All-Star selection. I ain't never seen nothing like this before. Caitlin Clark is a menace, man. She literally kicked Cheryl Reeves off the team. This is my team. I don't yo, son. Cheryl Reeves, you asked for it. You asked for it. So now Sandy Brondello will be coaching Caitlin Clark's team, and Cheryl Reeves is going to be coaching the Visa Collier's team. This is insane right here. And it's like, yo, Cheryl Reeves, I get it. You have the best record in the WNBA so far. You want as many plays as...
Cheryl Reeve could be out here handing out gold bars and curing the common cold, and somehow there'd still be a line of people ready to say, nah, we're good. Because even when she makes a valid point, and let's be honest, she often does, there's something about that old school WNBA energy she brings that just doesn't land in today's game. It's like showing up to a streaming war with a VHS tape, earnest, maybe even admirable, but completely out of sync with the moment. Her vibe is more rotary phone in a smartphone world. Nostalgic, loud, and just a little clunky when everyone else is speaking and swipe and scroll. Reeves' message might be sharp, but the delivery? It feels like a blast from a past no one's trying to reboot.
Bruh, tell me y'all just saw Caitlin Clark destroy Cheryl Reeves on national TV. I know y'all saw free smoke, ayy, free smoke, ayy, free smoke, ayy, free smoke. Bruh, Caitlin Clark want all the smoke. Bruh, she just annihilated Cheryl Reeve on national television.
And now she's stomping around about All-Star votes, like she just discovered democracy comes with flaws. Welcome to Earth. Cheryl-ware popularity isn't always about merit, and the game's changed whether you like it or not. Here's the thing, when someone from the league's dusty cabinet of power suddenly starts preaching about fairness, it's hard not to roll your eyes. It doesn't sound like advocacy, it sounds like a disgruntled Yelp review written in all caps by a coach who just watched her squad get outplayed, outclassed, and outfanned by a franchise that finally matters to the world. You can call it concern, but the subtext is clear. Bitterness disguised as integrity, and no matter how many trophies are in your past, the present isn't pausing for permission.
So Cheryl Reeves, man, she came out stating how not only herself, but her players were kind of upset about the coaches' votes for the reserves, for the All-Star. Now, the crazy thing about it is, she's going to be coaching Caitlin Clark's team. So, I don't know how that's going to work with her coming out and saying what she said. I mean, who...
Oh yes, we're talking about them, the Indiana Fever, the same team with 3 All-Stars. The same team that waltzed through the Commissioner's Cup like it was a dress rehearsal for a Broadway takeover at Madison Square Garden. Love it or hate it, they showed up, showed out, and stole the spotlight. And now, suddenly, Cheryl Reeves' emotional thermostat is locked on rage tweet. It's giving meltdown in real-time energy, as if the Fever's rise isn't just unexpected, but offensive to the old guard who never saw it coming.
The WNBA All-Star draft was fun between Caitlin Clark and Napheesa Collier, the team captains, picking the players, picking the rosters. But the most interesting aspect was the coach swap, because Clark traded Cheryl Reeve, who was the coach of her team, or was to be the coach of her team, to Collier for Sandy Brondello, the coach of the New York Liberty. Of course, Reeve is Collier's head coach for the Minnesota Lynx, so that makes sense. But the drama is going to come from Reeve having previously been critical on social media about the amount of attention Clark received relative to the rest.
There's a strange scent in the air, like irony and smoke when someone rails against media hype, only to pour gasoline on it with a very public meltdown. It's like watching someone toss water on a grease fire, then act stunned when the flames lick the ceiling. Classic. Let's be real. Cheryl Reeve isn't mad about fairness. She's mad because the spotlight doesn't default to her anymore. It used to shine squarely on her system, her rules, her handpicked players. Now, the lights shifted brighter, bolder, and unapologetically focused on a younger, louder, and more viral squad, and she doesn't like how it feels. Let's just call it what it is, a textbook case of all-star envy. Nothing brings out the inner chaos goblin in the WNBA quite like watching a rival team walk away with 3 shiny all-star selections while yours gets a golf clap and a nice try. Suddenly, the conversation shifts. It's no longer about basketball. It's about algorithms, justice, and the sacred integrity of the game, whatever that happens to mean this week. Because when her players are snubbed, it's a systemic failure. But when her team wins, oh, then everything's functioning exactly as it should. Funny how that works. But here's the real kicker, what really lit the fuse. Reeve had to stand there and watch her team get schooled by that same Indiana Fever squad. In the Commissioner's Cup, a game with real stakes, a trophy on the line, and this wasn't some fluke buzzer beater heartbreak. No, this was a clinic in how to dominate. That's when the frustration stopped simmering and crystallized into a full-blown Himalayan salt mountain. It's not the all-star votes that hurt, it's the scoreboard.
Games are there, they're there. There's nothing no crying and whining is going to do about it. The same way you didn't give 2 shits about Caitlin Clark's fan base and all that, don't nobody give 2 shits about your crying. You know what I'm saying? Like that, you're coaching Caitlin Clark team. I don't understand. Oh, well, this team's below us to have more plays than us, and it's disappointing. And like, what are you talking about? Like, you already kept her off the Olympics. Now you're going to complain about her having more teammates than your plays on the court. This team.
Because here's the truth. This league doesn't run on X's and O's anymore. It runs on engagement, emotion, and electricity. And for the first time in a long time, people are actually watching. Not just the diehards, not just the purists, everyone. From teenage girls with hoop dreams to NBA legends tweeting in disbelief, the WNBA has gone viral. And that virality, it didn't come from a clipboard. It came from players who light up timelines, not just box scores. And that's where Reeve's rage really lies, not in the injustice, but in the irrelevance. Because the old guard didn't just lose a game. They're losing the narrative. They built the foundation, no doubt. But now the penthouse is filling up with influencers for K highlight reels and sold-out arenas chanting for names they didn't teach in coaching clinics. Meanwhile, Cheryl's over here citing resume stats like anyone cares. The internet doesn't. Reward tenure, it rewards impact. And the Fever, they're making impact in real time. They didn't wait for permission. They didn't ask for respect. They earned it by taking punches, dropping threes, and refusing to fold under the weight of expectation. So while Reeve is stuck shouting into a void about what the game used to be, the new stars that are busy becoming the moment. They're not here to be humble. They're here to dominate, to dazzle, and to remind the world that legacy is earned, not inherited. And maybe that's the part Reeve can't stomach, that her blueprint isn't gospel anymore, that there's a new playbook being written in real time, one that doesn't need her approval, one where swagger counts, where fan votes matter, where TikTok clips go further than post-game breakdowns. The truth, the league didn't get hijacked. It got upgraded. And while Cheryl Reeve's still trying to reboot a dial-up dynasty, the Fever and this entire new generation are already fiber optic, global, and unstoppable.
They asked Caitlin Clark, "Hey, Caitlin, are there any player trades you like to make?" Nah, I'm kind of set with my team, but I would like to trade coaches. don't like it. I don't know what's gotten into Caitlin Clark. You are leaning into this bad guy role. I love it. I don't know what's gotten into you, Caitlin Clark, but you've been on some I don't give a F lately. I love it.